Hi guys! So 2017 is over and I've actually made it through the entire year in my Leuchtturm A5 Pretty Planner. So I wanted to do a quick flip through to show you what the year looks like. This is the orange A5 weekly horizontal planner, and when I was at PlannerCon Europe I got it embossed, which was really exciting. It says PlannerCon Europe on the front. So this is what it looks like, covered wall to wall with stickers. So I think it did quite well because the binding held up and there are literally stickers on every page. So let's have a look. This is what the front dashboard looks like. I just made this little collage here of positive messages for 2017. And I got my first Erin Condren order in this year and also my first Ingval Press order, so I put these stickers on here to commemorate that because they wouldn't fit on the actual days when they arrived. This is just a picture of Panda and a little quote from the Happy Planner. And I put a heart sticker from the Happy Planner value packs on every month that was complete. So obviously 2016 was the year before this planner started, so I just covered those all with stickers, and then I covered every month of 2017 as it happened. I didn't use this horizontal layout until a brief experiment in July and August when I tried using it as a tracker, but I didn't stick to that. I went back to using my weeks. And I also tried another brief experiment using this project plan as a tracker for vitamins, but that didn't really last either. So we are now on to the first weekly spread, which started on the 26th of December 2016. Seems like so long ago now. So I got this planner because I really just wanted a place to experiment with Happy Planner stickers from their value packs, which I fell in love with. And this horizontal Leuchtturm layout is perfect because it doesn't have lines, and it was the only week on 2-page planner like this that I could find that wasn't lined. So at first I just started off really randomly, just using any sticker that came to mind. I was doing water tracking and just general to-dos and putting on a lot of quote stickers and things like that. And I carried on like that for the first few weeks without any real method or kind of design ideas in mind. And sometimes I did what's for dinner. I used it for marking things like work, but just kind of big plans and specific to-dos. And as I went on, around the end of January, beginning of February, I started to try to experiment with themed layouts. So I would pick a particular color combination and try doing that. So I started this, I had that idea after I'd already put a few different stickers down that didn't quite match, but I decided that the theme that would work best was pink and turquoise, so I tried to go with that for most of it. And then this one, again, because I had planned in advance already, I had a lot of different colors, so I just made this a random week. This is where I really got going with the themed stickers, so I decided that this would be a black and gold theme, and it is, except for this one, which is quite out of place. This is the Jewish holiday of Tu B'Shvat, the New Year of the Trees, and I had already made a little spread for that, so that kind of stands out, but actually I sort of like it because it marks out the holiday as being something different. And here I got an order of stickers from Happy Cutie Studio on Etsy, and so I put that little sticker in to commemorate it. Then this was a rainbow spread. I really enjoyed this one. And this was just blues and golds. This one was mostly pink and floral. This is not one of my favorite ones. I like these stickers, but somehow I didn't really like the way that this turned out. But that is okay because then I got to go on to a different week, purple and gold. Again, except for the holiday of Purim, which I had already decorated, and anyway, it made it stand out, so I thought that was fine. This is one of my favorites, this green one. I started doing this because it was St. Patrick's Day, and I thought I'll make this green for St. Patrick's Day, and then I just decided to make a whole green spread, and that was a lot of fun. Then we have pink and blue. This one was one of the only times that I used stickers not from the Happy Planner value packs. I experimented and I bought an Etsy kit, and I enjoyed that, but my heart belongs to the Happy Planner value pack, so I went back to that, and I actually filled up some of the blanks with Happy Planner stickers here as well. I really like this combination too. Then we have pink and turquoise again, which is coming up a lot, not because it's my favorite combination necessarily, but just because I think that I had again somehow done some pre-planning with a couple of those colors, and so I just decided to follow through with that. Purple and green I do like though. And you can see that this planner is just used as a general catch-all planner. It's got a mix of work and personal things, and it doesn't really go into anything in a huge amount of detail. Whatever there's a sticker for, I'll put that on, and then I would just note in some random to-dos and appointments and things like that. But I'm really happy that I did this for the year, because I'll have this to look back on, and it's got a nice snapshot of what was going on every week. This is another one of my favorites. I decided to make this week red and white in honor of the Greenlandic flag, because my colleague and I went to Greenland this week for a work trip, and that was really exciting. So this is the Greenland week. And this week I was still in Greenland, but I made this one white and gold, which I really liked as well. Now here, I decided just to go back to very colorful random spreads that didn't really have a particular theme, because after doing a few months of very themed color combinations, I kind of missed the spontaneity of just being able to put down any stickers that I felt like. And I actually really enjoyed this one and realized that I'd missed having the colorful rainbeticle spreads. This one was the complete opposite. This is just black and white. And this was kind of an interesting one, because I like the way it looks, but at the time I missed the color. Then this was an all pink spread. And then I did another rainbow spread. And this was something of an experiment. I thought it would be interesting to combine orange, yellow, and turquoise. And then I did another rainbow spread. Well, not really rainbow, but just one with all kinds, that's tails by the way, all kinds of different colors without really worrying about how it looked and, you know, setting them out in precise order. This was another rainbow spread. I really like doing the rainbow spreads, and this is one of my favorite color ranges, the blue and turquoise range. Then this was just another really colorful one. I love these kinds of stickers in the Mambi packs, the ones that are really colorful, just a nice range of, not exactly rainbow colored, but a beautiful range of vibrant colors, so I really liked that. And then again, I think I decided for a while just to go with all kinds of different colors and not worry about a particular kind of spread, and I really liked that. So I repurposed these Valentine's Day stickers for Tu B'Av, the 15th of Av, which is a Jewish holiday that's kind of similar to Valentine's Day. It's not a really major holiday, but I thought this would be nice to use those stickers for. I really like these colorful spreads that just have a mix of all kinds of different colors. Although it's fun to have one with a scheme, because it makes selecting the stickers a little bit more of a project, which can be something nice to focus on. Sometimes in these weeks, I think from September onwards, I stopped using this planner as much because I felt like it was a bit redundant together with my weeks in particular, which is my personal planner, and I've talked about this in other videos. So I really loved having this planner and I loved decorating it, but I felt like using it, because it stayed at home, it's not the first thing that I would go for. I would consult my weeks or my cousin, which are my personal planner, my work planner, and I felt like this one was not really strictly necessary in my lineup for practical purposes. So sometimes I just ended up with blank spreads, which really made me sad, and then sometimes I would go back and fill things in afterwards, so it became more like a memory keeper, which is not something that I normally do, but I just didn't want to have blank spreads in here because I had in mind that I would want to keep this to look it over afterwards. So sometimes these things are actual plans, and other times I've gone in after the fact and filled it in, and now of course I can't remember what was what. You can see another one where I just didn't fill that in. There were things going on these days, but I was just putting them in my other planners. And really it was never designed to have a detailed look at my week. It was just supposed to be an overview, really. So I think that this would have been better almost if this were my main personal planner, because then I could have put a lot more of my to-dos in and it would have been the first thing that I consulted, but it just wasn't practical because it's A5. It got really bulky with all of the stickers in it after the first couple of months, and there was just no way I was going to carry this around with me in addition to my cousin, much as I would have liked to. Here I started doing theme spreads again. I had had quite a few months of random colored spreads, and so I decided it'd be fun to do a yellow spread, and I really like this one. This is one of my favorite ones, actually. And then I did a blue and black one and an orange one, which is another one of my favorites. It's interesting because orange and yellow are not my favorite colors. If I had to pick, I would go for green, blue, and purple, but I really, really like the orange and yellow spreads. They're some of my favorites because they're so bright and happy. And then there's a green one, which I also really like. And then another colorful one. This one is 2. So as we go into December, I feel like I was hardly using this planner, and I would just either go in at the beginning of the week and fill in everything that I could think of so that I wouldn't have to worry about it as the week went on, or I would go in after the fact and fill things in that I could remember that had happened over the last few days, because I thought at least then I wouldn't have blank spreads. And it did make me sad that this planner was not really getting used as much as I had used it at the beginning of the year. And I'm not sure why that is. I don't know what changed, because at the beginning of the year I was really using it quite a lot, but always in conjunction with my weeks and my cousin. So somehow I think as the year went on, it just felt more and more redundant. Probably the switch happened when I started using the Big Erin Condren as a home planner in July, because I was decorating that too. And even though this is not a home planner, it started to feel even more redundant. This I really like. This was a final experiment at a themed colored spread, purple and yellow. And then this is the last spread. So this is actually the current week. And we're on Wednesday, so I've still got a few days left of this, but I've already filled these in. And in my head, I've kind of finished with this planner. So that is it. Then I just had a colorful page with a quote on here and some decorative stickers. And in the back, I used a few pages to make extra notes. So this was the schedule for PlannerCon 2017 in April, which I absolutely loved. That was really one of the highlights of my year. And then I had a planning list for the trip to Greenland, which is another highlight of the year. And then some other random note pages, things to buy, things to remember, possible Hobonichi purchases. And this one I had set up and I only used the first one, and the rest of these are blank. But there actually are quite a few extra note pages in here that I could have used if I'd needed to. So if this was my only or my main planner, let's say, outside of work for 2017, I think I would have had enough notes pages, even just using everything with stickers. And then this is one of the dividers from the Happy Planner, Hello Beautiful, which I really liked. And the very end page I just decorated with some stickers that I got at PlannerCon, Mrs. Brimble's PlannerCon in April, that are all planner themed. And that's it. So there you are again. This is a look at the outside. Really chunky, but like I said, it held up very well considering that it's just wall-to-wall stickers. So I'm really happy with how it looks, because I was worried that it was just going to be like this big by the time I was done with it. But as you can see, the whole thing is just completely covered in stickers. I didn't write on the paper ever. I always just wrote on stickers throughout the whole thing. And I'm really happy with how it turned out, and I'm glad that I'll have it as something to look back on in the future. So it was a lot of fun, and I I'm almost kind of sad that I'm not doing it again for 2018, but like I said, the practical element was a bit of an issue because I felt like this planner was not strictly necessary in my lineup. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!